The longer America spends with an ethical president in office, the more we realize that what we had in President Obama, and almost had again with Hillary, was completely unacceptable. Some have paralleled it to someone getting out of an abusive domestic relationship. A person can get so used to systematic abuse that they forget what it's like to be treated with respect. Experiencing what it's like to know that the executive branch of government isn't being run by a money-hungry puppet is something that Americans had little experience with in recent history. It's something that the left is highly uncomfortable with, especially the president's former opponent Hillary Clinton. By all accounts, this spot of president was hers to lose, and lose it she did. This has put all her less than legal antics to try and attain the office in a very precarious spot, considering that the president has no interest in covering for her. This means that every single backroom deal the Clinton campaign made could be brought to light, and every gray area that political ambassadors of Hillary stood in could be investigated. That's not even mentioning things like suspicious murders of those who opposed Hillary, or the numerous laws broken by the former First Lady while she served as Secretary of State. All of these illegal dealings coming to light could spell incarceration for the aptly nicknamed Hillary, and she's not happy about it. However, in the interest of keeping a good poker face, she seems to be pretending that there's absolutely nothing to be worried about. Daily Wire reported her interview with Mother Jones took just that tone when asked about the possible investigation into her conduct while in power. In an interview with Mother Jones, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton said that any investigation into her by the Trump administration represents a politicization of the U.S. justice system and is an unconstitutional abuse of power. Clinton's remarks were a response to a question centered around the recent announcement that Attorney General Jeff Sessions is weighing whether to appoint a special counsel to investigate the Uranium One deal and suspected criminal business dealings connected to the Clinton Foundation. Clinton responded by saying that doing so would be a disastrous step into politicizing the Justice Department. It would be disastrous, alright, just not for anyone other than Hillary and those who support her. Hillary is nothing if not a master of misdirection, and right now she's desperate to direct the investigative powers to look anywhere but into her past. She seems to be employing a time-tested method of scaring potential investigations away from her by pointing out what harm it could be to them. What Hillary doesn't seem to understand is that not everyone has as many closets bursting with skeletons as herself. Even if an investigation did end up uncovering something that someone else did, it would uncover so much more than she did, that it would probably be worth it. However, this doesn't stop the incessant name-calling that ensues every time conservatives tries to implement justice on a pet liberal cause. If they send a signal that we're going to be like some dictatorship, like some authoritarian regime, where political opponents are going to be unfairly, fraudulently investigated, that rips at the fabric of the contract we have, that we can trust our justice system, Clinton continued. Clinton ultimately suggested that an investigation into her past dealings, including allegations which she claims have been debunked, would be illegal because it would represent an unconstitutional abuse of power. Her public speaking is still flawless and her word pictures are still poignant. However, if you just imagine when she's speaking the Americans that have died because of her negligence and apathy. Remember the families that are in mourning because one of their own opposed the Clinton campaign, and her confidence starts to seem like arrogance. News that Sessions is considering appointing a special counsel to investigate Clinton was released in a letter by Assistant Attorney General Stephen Boyd this week in response to multiple requests by House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte and other committee members to appoint a special counsel to investigate Clinton. The Attorney General has directed senior federal prosecutors to evaluate certain issues raised in your letters, Boyd wrote. These senior prosecutors will report directly to the Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General, as appropriate, and will make recommendations as to whether any matters not currently under investigation should be opened, whether any matters currently under investigation require further resources, or whether any matters merit the appointment of a special counsel. Whether Hillary needs to be investigated for Uranium One scandal or not, there are so many almost prosecutable illegal activities that she and her campaign can just almost be investigated for. At this point someone just needs a toehold to start uncovering wrongdoing. Remember, we got Al Capone on tax evasion. Sometimes you've got to settle for whatever gets the criminal off the streets, and if it has to be a lesser charge, so be it.